Hello everyone, my name is Marissa Redenbaugh. I'm your Juvenile Services Librarian. I'll be reading to you today about our theme, which is winter and cold weather, and I hope you enjoy these stories. When I'm done, Racheal Schlein will come on to tell you about our craft for this week. The first book we'll be reading is called Winter is Here by Kevin Hinkes, illustrated by Laura Dronzek. Winter is here. It's everywhere. It's falling from the sky and sitting on the houses and dripping from the roofs. And sticking to the trees and clumps and curls. Winter is reaching through the branches and crouching in doorways and settling here and there, softly, so softly. But winter can be hard too. Ice covers the pond. The leaves underneath are like stars in glass. It can take a long time to get ready for winter. Boots and zippers, and vests and zippers, and jackets and zippers, and hats and snaps and scarves and mittens. Winter is outside, of course, but it's inside too. Feathering the window and dusting the dog and sitting on the table. Winter comes without a sound, and it comes with many. The wind howls in every language, and their windows rattle. Winter is white and gray, but with the dark of night, winter is blue. Blue, blue, deep blue, and even colder. Winter comes, and then it stays, and stays, and stays. And when it's time to leave, winter shrinks away bit by bit. It slows down, getting smaller, drying up, slipping down the street, around the corner, peeking back, then moving on, out into the world, into the air, into spring. We're not quite there yet, are we? But before you know it, we'll be there. The next one is called Snack, Snoozle, Snooze, Skedaddle, How Animals Get Ready for Winter, written by Laura Purdy Salas, illustrated by Claudine Gevry. Soak up the sun, breathe in the breeze, munch crunchy apples that fall from the trees. Enjoy every morsel you feast on today. The banquet of autumn will soon fade away. So plump up or burrow or journey before frosty winds rattle and batter your door. Snowstorms and dark nights are next to arrive. Here comes winter. Prepare. Survive. Dive into snapdragons, double your size. Dine on delectable tropical flies. Float like a kite on a sweet nectar breeze. Cluster on branches of tall family trees. Sift krill through your grill to sustain your great weight. Sail south to warm waters and seek out a mate. Vacuum dead leaves like a super slow sweeper. Forget going south, just wiggle down deeper. Hide away seeds as your winter stash grows. Nap all curled up with your tail to your nose. Gobble up acorns and beech nuts by streams. Snooze through the winter in hazelnut dreams. Tuck under leaves. Don't rustle. Don't hop. All life signs have stopped. You're a frog icy pop. Slither and bask. Stay solo. Stay single. Swarm with some friends. It's warmer to mingle. Stock up your pantries with dried seeds and scraps. Hope that your tunnel doesn't collapse. Grow a new coat that's cozy and warm. Stay toasty no matter how brutal the storm. Forage for berries and crabapple sweets. Dive into tunnels for tasty vole treats. Jump into jumbled up piles of gold. Spin, skate, and slide through the frosty white cold. And then these pages here talk about some of the things that we saw in our books, just in a little bit more depth. I thought those pictures were just beautiful, and I like how we got to see some of the fall and then also the winter. This next one is called A Loud Winter's Nap by Katie Hudson. Tortoise had just snuggled in for his long winter nap when... "Hello there, Tortoise," chirped Robin. "Would you like to join our singing class?" "No," grumbled Tortoise. "I was trying to sleep. Tortoises don't like winter." "Why not?" chirped Robin. "They just don't," said Tortoise, and he packed up and left in search of a quieter home. Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. He was just about to close his eyes when tap, 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 tap. "Hiya, Tortoise. Would you like to make some ice sculptures with me?" asked Rabbit. "No," groaned Tortoise. "I was trying to sleep. Tortoises don't like winter." "Why not?" asked Rabbit. "They just don't," said Tortoise, and he packed up again. Tortoise trudged through the snow and found a new napping spot. Again, Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. He was just about to close his eyes when... Thud! Pat! Thud! "Hey, Tortoise, would you like to play in our snowball fight?" asked Squirrel. "No," Tortoise said angrily. "I'm trying to sleep. Tortoises don't like winter." "Why not?" asked Squirrel. "They just don't," groaned Tortoise. "Why would anyone want to stay awake for winter?" grumbled Tortoise. He was tired and cold and needed to find a quieter place to sleep. Tortoise decided to move to higher ground. Again, Tortoise snuggled down in his new bed. He was just about to close his eyes when... Do, bounce, do, 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 bounce, bounce, swish, swish, swish. "Oh no!" cried Tortoise. Ker-plunk. "I do not like winter," Tortoise said. Tortoise hiked up a big snowy hill. Behind a small tree, Tortoise found a flat piece of wood. It was the perfect place for napping. He snuggled down in his new bed and was about to close his eyes when... Whoosh! There he goes. As Tortoise whizzed along, he couldn't help smiling. Maybe winter isn't so bad, he thought. And as he flew off his sled and through the air, he couldn't help giggling. Maybe winter is more than cold and snow, he thought. Whee! And as he slid across the ice, he realized he had been wrong. That night, Tortoise skated, slid, and spun with his friends late into the night. He wasn't tired or cold. Maybe some tortoises could like winter after all. Well, I don't know about you, but I love winter. The next one is called Winter by Julie Murray. Winter is one of the 4 seasons. We have spring, summer, fall, and winter. The air is cold in winter. The days get shorter. Snow falls. It covers the ground. Some animals sleep all winter long. I think Tortoise in our last book wanted to do that. People try to stay warm. They wear hats and mittens. Winter can be fun, as Tortoise found out. Sam builds a snowman. Maria goes sledding. Tom goes ice skating. The snow piles up high. Mary helps shovel it. What will you do this winter? Maybe you've already done some of those things. And then here are some terms that we learned through the book. Our last book we're going to be reading today is called Winter Dance by Marion Dane Bower, illustrated by Richard Jones. A single snowflake floats through the air, spins, leaps, settles on the nose of a fine red fox. Winter is coming, says the fox. What should I do? I can tell you what to do, says a woolly caterpillar. Wrap yourself in a shiny chrysalis so you'll wake to a butterfly spring. And the woolly caterpillar crawls away to do just that. That won't do for me, said Fox. I'm not meant to fly. I can tell you what to do, a turtle calls. Tip your tail to the sky and swim down, down, down to bury yourself in the slick, cool mud. And the turtle does just that. That won't do for me, says the fox. Mud is much too muddy. Let me tell you what to do, whispers a bat. Zig and zag and swoop into a cave. Then hang by your toes and go to sleep. And the bat does just that. That won't do for me, says the fox. My toes would get tired. Plop! An acorn drops from a tree. I can tell you what to do, chatters a squirrel. Gather, 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 then quick, quick, hide everything away. And he scampers off to do just that. That won't do for me, says the fox. I don't even like acorns. We'll tell you what to do, geese honk from the sky. Flap your wings and fly away to warm days and silky, soft nights. And going, 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 gone. The geese do just that. That won't do for me, says the fox. I belong here in the forest. A snowshoe hare hops by in his new winter coat. I can tell you what to do, he says. Turn yourself white to match the snow. And the snowshoe hare, who has done just that, disappears into the whitening world. That won't do for me, says the fox. I love my red fur. I can tell you exactly what to do, says a great black bear. Curl beneath the roots of a toppled balsam tree and tuck all your growls away. And the great black bear does just that. That won't do for me at all, says the fox. I'm not a bit sleepy. Hush, the wind sighs, hush. The fox lies down on the forest floor and puts his nose between his paws. The sun slides down the blue bowl of the sky. Hush, the wind says again. The fox hushes. More snowflakes land on his nose. And then a whistle, soft, soft. A white-tipped tail, golden eyes. I can tell you what to do, says a fine red fox, bowing low. When a million snowflakes fill the air, twirling, tumbling, spinning, waltzing, you and I join them. Of course, says the fox, standing tall, because that's what we fine red foxes do in winter. Dance. And then they sleep. Well, that is all the books that I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed them. And then Rachel will come on and she will show you what the craft is for this week. Bye.
Hi friends, I hope you enjoyed all the stories about the cold weather. We have two options for crafts this week. Your first option is the curbside craft, which is a craft stick hot chocolate mug. So you'll get 7 of these colored craft sticks, and then you'll also get 2 halves of a jumbo craft stick. And now I didn't cut these exactly in half, so they might not be the exact right size. There might be a little bit of overlap. So before you glue them down, you'll want to make sure that it's not too big, because it's easier to cut it before you glue it down. But if it is a little bit too big, just cut off the side, but be super careful so that you don't get a splinter. So don't touch the side that you've cut, and you might need to ask a grown-up for help with that. But once you've got all of your blue or colored, whatever color you have, craft sticks lined up, then you'll glue each half of the jumbo popsicle stick, one kind of in the middle of the top and in the middle of the bottom there, so that it sticks together, and it's just easier than trying to glue each of these together. So that'll hold them all together, and then you'll also get a brown strip of paper, which is just in a rectangle, so you'll have to cut out an oval. So you'll glue that on the top to look like the hot chocolate, and then you'll get one cotton ball, and so I just would tear off a piece and roll it up like a little marshmallow, and then I glued that on top. I just glued 4 of them on top of the brown paper. And then you'll also get 2 foam snowflake stickers, so you'll need to glue those down. And then your last piece is the handle of the mug. And so it's just it's a very light gray on top of the piece of paper, so that you could see what you were coloring, but you can color over top of it and you won't be able to tell it's gray anymore. And then just cut out the little C shape and glue that on there onto the back so that it looks like a handle. And then there's your curbside craft. For your printable craft, this one, you have to think about your favorite types of activities and things you like about hot chocolate, or things that you like about the winter and cold weather. So each step tells you what to do on your hot chocolate mug that you print out. So yours will be blank like this. And then the first, it says read each choice. So these are your choices, these are your choices, each section is a choice. And follow the directions of the one that you choose. So for example, the first 2 say, if your favorite snow activity is building a snowman, color your mug red. So that was my favorite snow activity, so I colored the whole mug red. And then it says, if your favorite snow activity is sledding, color your mug blue. So if you prefer sledding over building a snowman, then your mug would be blue. And then the next one says, if you like marshmallows in your hot chocolate, draw 4 marshmallows in your mug. So I drew those. And then the other option is, if you don't like marshmallows in your hot chocolate, do not draw any marshmallows in your mug. So if you don't, then you would just not draw any marshmallows. And then each section after that each choice tells you what to do with each section of your mug. So the next one tells you what to do with the top section, and then the next section, a different design in each one based on what you like, and then all the way to the bottom section. So those are your 2 craft options for the cold weather activities. And I hope you enjoyed the stories and crafts, and we'll see you next time.